what is happening to Tottenham Hotspur right now? Is this? I will lay the picture. Is they're fifth, obviously. I think they're only 12 points of Arsenal, 11 points of Arsenal. I could be wrong with that. I'll just double check.
Van de Ven's the glue.
They're 11 points of Arsenal. Is this what Spurs fans are just going to have to deal with now? They wanted better football off Ange. Every so often, they're going to get a drilling off someone.
So, like, I think, obviously, Ange...
Or is it just too basic? Sorry, you get what I mean. Sorry, I'll open the floor up.
I think it just takes time. I honestly do. I think Ange could do great things with Spurs. I think that there just needs to be a bit of patience. Because Spurs haven't played spectacular football for many years. Possibly since they got to the Champions League final. And even when they did get there, it wasn't fucking brilliant. But I think it takes time. I do. I think they could... If they get the correct signings... No, but you know what I mean? If they get the correct signings, which Mickey Van de Ven has been brilliant so far. Vicario is a great keeper. James Maddison hit the ground running before his injury, and he hasn't really looked the same since he came back.
But that start 11 was good enough to beat Fulham, Gav.
No, but you know what I mean? If you bring in 2-3 of those players, each transfer window...
This is what I'm getting at. Realistically, what I'm saying is if you give...
It is realistic.
If you give... If you give Postecoglou 3 years, because the problem is I know London fans. I am one, right?
Oh,
and one thing that would fucking infuriate me is they've got done off Fulham and they've got done off Chelsea this year, and they didn't get done lightly. They've been fucking spanked. They've been done by us at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and they've got Arsenal in 4 weeks, I think. If they get beat again.
But they had injuries.
Not against Fulham.
Fuck off, Gav. I know you tied that line, and that's fine.
Played. He was awful.
But they had injuries. Come on.
Oh, what's his name? Johnson. He was awful. Son was crap.
Timo Werner.
I know someone's going to mention this, either on our pods, YouTube, TikTok, whatever. I know I said Werner would be a good signing for Spurs. I am completely wrong, and I apologise.
Oh, that fact that he missed that goal, by the way.
I don't know.
They had a team good enough to beat Fulham completely.
It was hard to miss.
You're fucking
fine. This is what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, I guess it's because we're going to go on to West Ham in a minute. What is the ceiling for Spurs? No. What I'm saying is, should they be happy with this? 4th, 5th, pondering, because they're probably going to get Champions League now, thanks to West Ham. No worries, up the Irons. 5-0 Freiburg. So
be patient.
Due to the coefficient, they're going to get Champions League next year if they finish 5th. So
I don't think they can moan about their position. But
be patient.
They should not be getting beat like this. Like the starting 11 they had out, right, is definitely good enough to beat Fulham. But I don't actually think it's Ange's football that ruined it. I think it was the players on the pitch. None of them looked up for it. Son was a passenger the entire game.
He's got that in him, though, sometimes against teams when he's playing striker. I actually think Ange doesn't play him in his best position. I think he needs to be put out on the left sometimes and Richarlison in the middle. Because sometimes when teams play sit back a bit, Son's so bad at that because he's not playing very often, right, in the Premier League. He's so bad at that number 9 and moving off.
Last year was a class CDM, one of the best in the league in my opinion. And this year he has been absolutely dog shit.
No, maybe two. No, whoa, maybe 2 years ago.
But he's 2 years ago, not last honestly, year, he looked like genuinely when he was on the pitch. He just looked like he was hungover, mate. Like he genuinely just did not look like he could be asked being there.
Fucking Ballon d'Or winner.
Yeah.
Look like Thomas Partey.
But like that, just like or Rashford for a night out in Belfast or wherever it was.
Almost as good as Tuchel.
I just don't. I don't.
You know what? I think it's patience. I think they need to give them time. If it's the same shit next season, and they I hope. But if they bring in players such as the style of Van de Ven that has done really well since coming in, and there's still no change. You're still getting spanked off of Fulham. You're still getting spanked off of Chelsea. Teams like that. Then yes, be pissed off because you're not going up and you're not going down. You're just staying the exact same as what you are.
The thing is,
you can see gradual progress. Why are
if
you
you-
going to
what
complain?
I'm saying is, if you
over
look
an
at that
overall
Spurs
project?
team yesterday against Fulham, is a lot of people will look to Van der Ven, but you can't look to Van der Ven because you signed a centre back in January who was meant to be as good as Van der Ven to replace him when he was injured, or sorry, be a number 2, so not be a huge drop off. This boy's apparently wanting to play for Real Madrid in
he's
3 years. Does he fucking know
awful.
about it?
Like,
'Cause he's not good enough.
oh,
He's useless. Oh, well,
I also heard some Spurs fans say that he was better than Saliba. Yeah,
they
that's a
looked
bit of a
awful all
fucking
over the park.
hot
Like
take,
Tottenham
isn't it?
genuinely just looked
Behinds.
shit. Like I'm struggling to think of something they did well. I'm not gonna lie. I just
and also, sorry, just to bring it up as well, because we're not going to bring game moments up, but it's more just overall Spurs. Pape Sarr, he's a half decent player, but he ran into a Fulham geezer and literally just like gyrated him in the arse. And he didn't get the ball at all. And he's looked at the ref while the ref's giving him the yellow card, and he's like, "What was that for, ref? Like, what are you on about, mate? Like, you've almost entered him."
They accept
it was such a
you know-
stupid. Do you know what?
It's
I
just-
genuinely hate that when someone clears someone out. You know they've done it on purpose, and they sit there going, "What have I done, ref?" You've
front
not
of the net,
discovered
what's
fire,
that
mate.
about
You
then?
knew exactly
What do you
what
mean,
you were
what's that
doing. You just cleared him out. You sent him in the next week.
Did you guys watch Atletico Madrid and Inter Milan in midweek and fucking
Yeah.
Dumfries is just pure groped fucking
That's art of Turan, but I'll give you that.
It's still awful,
eh?
mate.
That's
You
Turan.
can't. That's like Vinnie Jones-esque, isn't it?
Was that for Dumfries?
No, it's Turan on Savage, but I know what you're on about. The little ball
That's the
tickle.
one. Aye, a ball
Yeah,
tickle,
it's
fucking ball crusher, fuck me. And he sat on the ground going, he fucking did that. And Thuram just stood there going, I didn't do nothing. Mate, you just
They've
fucking
jumped afterwards,
groped
though.
him.
Yes.
Just a little bit of ball tickle. It's all good. The last thing I want to pull up. So Spurs are doomed. That's fine. We'll move on.
That'll get you next year.